This is the first one and only alien Ben ever gets. After this, no matter how many aliens we saw, they all exist on number 2. So basically, this alien structure is a pile of rocks on fire. I mean, a guy who's on fire but doesn't burn? Yeah. And his superpower? Throwing fireballs, flying by, blasting fire from his feet, and if something nearby is already burning, he can soak up that fire and get even stronger. The funny thing is, Ben has to be careful not to burn down his own house. Or accidentally burn something else, which actually happens multiple times. Remember any of that? Huh? Forearms. If this alien wasn't your favorite at one point, then what were you even doing with your life? I mean, look at him. A huge bodybuilder type person, alien, who's completely red, has 4 arms, and just loves to punch stuff. Doesn't matter who's in front of him. When Ben needs to lift something heavy, break down a wall, or just hit really, really hard, this is the alien he becomes. Because everyone knows, back in the day, for those who didn't go to the gym, yeah, forearms was their inspiration. Diamond Head. Now this alien is made of green crystals. And trust me, he's way more useful than he looks or even seems. Like, way more. Because fact, he can shoot crystal shards like bullets. With those you can make shields. And if he breaks apart, he can put himself back together. And after a few episodes, he actually trapped Vilgax inside a giant crystal to defeat him. That was the best moment. What, you don't remember? XLR8. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can match this alien's speed. What, you gonna call the Flash now? And his design? Blue helmet on his head, clawed feet, and he runs so fast that everything around him looks frozen. And when he runs on water? Oh man, that's a whole different vibe. Lasers? He dodges them like a joke, and in 1 second, he can save 10 people at once. So whenever Ben needs to get somewhere fast or stop a bad guy before they even pull the trigger, XLR8 is exactly who you'll see on the Omnitrix. Upgrade. Personally, I feel this alien is kind of weird, but he's one of my all-time favorites. Reason? I'll tell you some other time. Anyway, his structure is like black and green goo that merges with any machine and makes it better. Whether it's a broken car or Kevin's spaceship, just one touch and it becomes way more advanced than its time. Like some future version. Touched a video game? Boom. He's inside the game. What, you think that's why he's my favorite? Oh, and one thing I almost forgot. He's the most creative alien. Because turning ordinary stuff into something awesome is not an easy job. Gray matter. This creature may look really small to you, but if you transformed into him right now, you'd become richer than Elon Musk. Yeah, your height would just be a little short. What do you mean, a little? He's barely the size of a small frog, but his brain? Huge. Even though he has no fighting superpower, he can squeeze into tiny spaces, hack your computer in 30 seconds, and you'll find answers to the biggest questions with him. I admit, brains don't always work everywhere, especially not in front of this guy. But sometimes, brains are exactly what you need. That's when Ben becomes gray matter. For example, getting Julie to be his girlfriend. Stinkfly. This bug might seem useless to you, and honestly, yeah, you're right, because we all know how great his smell is. But this giant insect-looking creature is an alien. He shoots sticky goo from his mouth and a terrible stink from his tail. And he's actually great at chasing bad guys without hurting them. Ripjaws. This is a water-based alien. Sharp teeth, a big tail, and the power to breathe underwater. On land? What, you think he's a mermaid? No. He's a merman who's super slow and dries up quickly. So Ben only uses him when the fight happens in the ocean or a lake. Hey, do you remember that fight where Ben used him to beat a giant sea monster? That was the perfect moment for Ripjaws. Ghostfreak, a scary and weird-looking alien. He can turn invisible, walk through walls, and even go inside people's bodies. But here's the thing. One of his eyes is always trying to open, and it just feels wrong. Then later we find out there was actually a real ghost inside the Omnitrix, and that ghost takes over Ben's body for a while. So yeah, cool, but also dangerous. Cannonbolt. The moment this alien showed up, I declared him my top most favorite alien right then and there. By the way, we first saw him in Season 2. Big, armored, rolls into a ball and just destroys everything. Bounces off walls, shreds things apart. Once he starts rolling, stopping him is a nightmare. Do you like him too? Because he's simple. As soon as he sees a problem, he just has one job. Roll over it. And done. Problem solved. Wildvine, a plant alien. What, you don't get it? A plant-based alien with every power you could imagine from a plant. Like, he can stretch his arms really far, dig underground, throw explosive seeds. You might not think he's the strongest, but sneaking around or grabbing bad guys from behind? Yeah, he's a master at that. Oh, and if his arms or legs get cut off, they just grow back. Blitzwolfer, the werewolf alien. Looks like a wolf, sharp claws, but his real power is his howl. When he screams, it creates a shockwave that can shatter stone, blow enemies away, basically everything you'd expect from a wolf. And this alien wasn't originally in Ben's Omnitrix. I mean, his DNA wasn't. Ben got bitten by some random werewolf species, and that's when he unlocked it. And honestly, that's a pretty cool origin story. Snarrow. It's a mummy. No, not your mummy. A body wrapped in bandages. His whole body is bandages, which he can reshape into any form. Punch him. The bandages just absorb the hit. He can slip through small cracks and wrap up bad guys like a living rope. Weird? Yes. Useful? Very. Frankenstrike. This Frankenstein-looking alien can literally make electricity dance on his commands. I mean, he controls electricity. Electric attacks, can magnetize metal, and he's super strong too. So basically, 4 arms combined with a power plant. Not used often, but against robots or machines? Yeah, he's your guy. Upchuck. This alien is pretty interesting. Small, green, kinda ugly looking creature that eats anything. Trash, rocks, laser beams, or even a machine gun. Then he spits it back out as a glowing bomb. Funny because he's always hungry and sounds like he's about to throw up. But against energy attacks? Yeah, he's seriously powerful. Ditto. If you haven't even watched Ben 10, this alien's name is enough to introduce him. He can make copies of himself. Lots of copies. And the crazy part? Each copy has its own separate brain that thinks differently, but they all feel pain at the same time. Like, if one stubs his toe on a wall, all of them feel it. That's the problem. But if you need to be in 100 places at once, Ditto's your guy, bro. Eye guy. If your eyes have gotten a little weak, please don't feel jealous of this character, because his body has no shortage of eyes. Head, chest, arms, everywhere. And each eye shoots a different type of beam. Some ice, some fire, some lasers. And he can shoot in every direction at once. I mean, you don't have to worry about anyone in front of you or behind you. This alien gives you 360-degree protection. He's a walking laser show. Way big. Now meet this guy. Some great person once said, as the name, so is the work. That applies here, but only half. Because as the name, so is the body. Come on, man, laugh a little. I tried so hard to crack that joke. Anyway, he's over 100 feet tall and punches buildings like they're cardboard. He can also fire a giant laser from the fin on his head. He's Ben's literal nuclear option. When the villain is huge, like a giant monster or a spaceship, that's when Way Big comes in handy. Alien X. This alien is the most powerful, because there was literally a fight between Ben and a Gregor over his child. But the most annoying part, when you need him the most, he won't help you. Just like your girlfriend. Because inside his brain, there are 2 voices. And they won't agree until both of their answers match. Ben stands there for hours, trying to calm their fight, because these 2 gods just keep arguing, and nobody actually stops the villain. So in the end, Ben has to use his own brain to settle their argument. And if they do agree, he can change reality. But getting them to agree? Yeah, good luck. Humungousaur, the main strong alien of Alien Force. His height starts at 15 feet, and he can grow to over 60 feet. And the bigger his size gets, the stronger he becomes. He mostly breaks walls, jumps around to create earthquakes, but you can't disagree. He looks cool. Honestly, he basically replaced forearms. Swampfire. This alien is half plant and half fire. I mean, he can shoot fire from his hands, control vines, and if his arm gets cut off, it grows back in seconds. Just understand this. Hurting this alien is hard. Echo Echo. You could call him a branded speaker in short, because his voice is so sweet that even if you don't fall asleep, if you don't faint, go ahead and unsubscribe me. Now let's talk about his design. Small, white, a walking speaker. He screams so loud that it can even shatter metal. And he has one extra power. He can make copies of himself. And unlike Ditto, they don't share pain. So he builds an army, and they all scream together? Yeah. destruction everywhere. Big chill. And let me make one thing clear first. He's not a bird, nor an insect. Even though he looks like a moth, he breathes ice and can turn intangible. Just flying through walls, he can freeze an entire room. In one weird episode, he even lays eggs. And that's when we found out that his species does that every 80 years. Chromastone. He's like Diamond Head's cousin, but way rarer. He absorbs any kind of energy and shoots it back as a purple laser. Lasers, electricity, magic, he drinks it all. That's why he's one of the few who can fight magic users. The rest of the time, his powers aren't that useful. Jetray, a flying manta ray, faster than XLR-8, can fly in space and underwater. He also shoots lasers from his eyes and tail. He's the travel alien. If the show needs to reach another planet in 5 minutes, no other alien does that. Only Jetray. Brainstorm. This is a crab with a huge brain. I mean, huge. He talks like a professor, with that tone you feel with your teachers and parents. And his brain thinks way faster than a computer. He can also shoot electricity from his claws, but his real power is his mind. Problems that seem impossible, he solves them in seconds. He's the smart alien of the Alien Force era. Hey, can you answer this? If Brainstorm and Grey Matter got into a fight, who would win? Spider Monkey. This is a little different from Marvel's Spider-Man, because he was half man, half spider. This guy, half spider, half monkey. Climbs walls, swings around on webs, and can shoot webs from his tail. He might not be the strongest or fastest, but watching him is super fun, like an acrobat. When Ben needs agility and wants to trap bad guys without hurting them, that's when he uses Spider Monkey. Honestly, introducing him feels kind of disrespectful to him. A pile of green slime that uses a floating device to hold himself together. Without that device, he falls apart. With it, he can stretch, go anywhere without permission, melt through metal. And to hurt him, you'd have to think 10 times, because he's Goop. You can't punch Goop. Weird, impossible to kill, also yes.